Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel Tarot C. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what are the messages or the cards that come out in today's reading for you. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what cards come out and what messages come through with the cards that come out in this reading for you. The first card we have is the Page of Cups. With the Page of Cups, we do have some water sign energy. You could be dealing with another Cancer, a Pisces, or even a Scorpio. We've got the Five of Pentacles. It is in the reverse. And we got the King of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. So this Page of Pentacles show up over here. This does feel like it's representing an opportunity. I do feel like a sense of being able to actually have somebody coming in with an offer or being able to present you with something that does feel like it is an opportunity to be able to build upon something. This does feel like a pretty solid, a solid opportunity that they are making to you. I do feel like it's one you can trust. This Page of Pentacles does feel like an energy of being able to really have a strong foundation to build upon as well. So with this Page of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to, do feel like you're catching someone's eye. With this Page of Cups, this feels like an energy of really being the attention of someone's focus. And I do feel like this person is in a space where there is a little bit of some infatuation. I do feel like when it comes to that attention, it's taking on a romantic nature. I do feel like with this Page of Cups, there is also a sense of this person kind of, it's like they are a little bit inexperienced, or they are in a space where it's like they don't know how to approach those emotions or even how to be able to act upon them. So I do feel like with this Page of Cups, it does feel like an energy of this person really admiring from a distance when it comes to how they are seeing you. This does feel like this person having feelings as well. It's like they're catching feelings in the situation. I do feel like with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, this feels like an energy of recovery. I do feel like on a personal level, on an individual level, you are doing much better. I do feel like there's a sense of healing. I do also feel like also being in a better space than you were in before. I do feel like being able to experience a comeback that's quite strong and quite solid. And with this Five of Pentacles, this also feels like it could be actually affecting your money, your finances, your career. This feels like an energy of being able to experience things kind of progressing. I do feel like there's a sense of being able to have this comeback that feels stronger than what you had before. So I do feel like being in a good space. It does feel like an energy of recovery also when it comes to being able to experience feeling much better, even when it comes to your vitality, to yourself. I do feel like with this Five of Pentacles, this feels like also an energy of, it's possible that there could have been an experience where there could have been a really difficult start with somebody, or a false start with somebody, where things may have been misinterpreted, misunderstood, but it could have felt like rejection. I do feel like with this card in the reverse, this feels like an energy of really having that experience coming back around as far as being able to make things right in a way that does feel like things are off to a better start, or a second start. I do feel like with the King of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like a very grounded energy. When it comes to somebody that you're dealing with, I feel like this person is somebody who has a lot to offer. I do feel like this person is also somebody who's doing quite well for themselves as well. I feel like this person is a pretty successful person. They do quite well career-wise. And I do feel like this person is somebody who's in a space where they are quite grounded. I do feel like they're in a good place. It feels like they are ready for a connection. And I do feel like with the King of Pentacles, it feels like also a very secure energy. So I do feel like there's long-term potential that this person seeks and that this person has to offer you. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have the Knight of Swords and we have the Death card. We do have some Scorpio energy with this Death card. So we have more Scorpio energy. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we've got the 2 of Cups. So the 2 of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to have what feels like connection. I do feel like there's a sense of connection. I do feel like with the 2 of Cups, it's a reciprocated energy. So it does feel like it is a sense of a connection that is mutual. It's felt between yourself and somebody else. I do feel like with this 2 of Cups, this does feel like an energy of actually a desire to be able to work towards a relationship, or a desire to be able to actually deepen a relationship in a way that actually feels like it's making a connection stronger. I do feel like with this 2 of Cups, this does also feel like an energy of being able to work quite well together. So this does feel like also having a pretty strong sense of being able to cooperate with each other in a way that works well together because you complement each other's energies. I do feel like with the Knight of Swords, this feels like a little bit of some impulsive energy when it comes to being able to move things forward or make an action. And I do feel like this person kind of being in a space where when it comes to the way they feel about you, they do have their mindset upon their feelings. They do feel like there's a sense of knowing what their desires are, where their desires lie. I do feel like the connection is something that this person feels quite strongly. But with this Knight of Swords, this does feel like a quick energy when it comes to being able to express something, to be able to communicate something. I do feel like there's a sense of actually trying to get that be something that is expressed, communicated to you. So I do feel like this person not leaving you in a confused space. I do feel like with this Knight of Swords, this does feel like an energy of having communication and strong intellectual or mental connection with this person as well. With the Death card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of changes. And with that 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, this does definitely feel like things kind of experiencing a turnaround or a shift. Things are changing, and I do feel like they're changing for the better with this card in the reverse. But with the Death card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of being able to really let go of something that's not working. I do feel like something that may feel like it's kind of draining you or is heavy on you, being able to really rid yourself of that is allowing for this better version of yourself to immerse. And even this new chapter that does feel like it's an even better chapter than the past one. This does feel like with this Death card, there's a sense of renewal. And I do feel like even in your feelings, and even when it comes to the way in which you're experiencing things and this connection, and even just relationships at large, and even in your life, this does feel like an energy of being able to kind of shed the dead skin. And there's a sense of letting go of something that was that felt like it was draining you, wasn't working anyway. And do you feel like letting go of that really frees you for something better? With the 10 of Pentacles showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty successful energy. I just still feel like when it comes to somebody that you're dealing with, this person wants something long term. They want something that's going to be committed. I do feel like even with this King of Pentacles, this person is somebody who does take very seriously anything that they put their attention towards. I do feel like there's a sense of this person being in a space where they do want to be able to actually have a commitment. And even with the 2 of Cups showing up over here, it feels like it is not misplaced when it comes to that desire. It feels like they are taking a lot of things into account, including how they feel and how you feel. So I do feel like there's a lot of long-term potential for this connection. I also feel like this person is thinking about the future, wanting something that's going to actually be something that also is reflected in the distance when it comes to this connection. This 10 of Pentacles does feel like an energy of thinking about being able to kind of create something and kind of have a legacy. So I do feel like even the thought of having marriage, having kids, having all of that stuff for the future, something this person has thought about. I do feel like it's something this person may actually be after. So I am going to clarify these cards. We have flirt. We have express your love. And we have the past life relationship card. So with this flirt card showing up over here, this does feel like a pretty light-hearted energy as far as being able to experience something that feels light. It feels like there's no pressure. I do feel like there's a sense of actually being able to experience this freedom to be able to feel there's space to actually grow as far as their feelings. And I do get that with this Page of Cups, is the sense of being able to really enjoy in the interactions, and I do feel like they're meaningful to this person. I do feel like this person also kind of dropping subtle hints when it comes to being able to get your attention, and get your attention in a way that does feel like it is alluding to something more so romantic in this connection. I do feel like this person has feelings for you. I do feel like they have a crush on you. They're infatuated with this Page of Cups, but also feel this person is serious. I do feel like with the Two of Cups, this person does feel like they're the real deal. And I do feel like the progression being one that happens steadily, this sense of being able to connect with this person at every stage. I do feel like that's inspiring for this person as well. With this Express Your Love card showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of being able to really not hold back. There may be something that kind of had you guarded in this connection, going into this connection, but with this Express Your Love card showing up over here, this feels like an opening up, and this feels like an open energy to this connection. And I do feel like with this Express Your Love card showing up over here, this does feel like a sense of also somebody else expressing. It's like they're expressing their feelings, they're confessing how they feel, where they stand. And I do feel like there's a sense of them being in a space where it's like they're being vulnerable with you. And I do feel like it's coming from a very candid place. But with this Express Your Love card showing up over here, this feels like this person knowing how to get your attention, and them kind of making the gesture. Could be a romantic gesture, especially with this Page of Cups, but they are trying to get your attention in a way that does feel like it is actually them kind of putting themselves out there. I do feel like with this past life relationship card showing up over here, this does feel like having a connection that does feel like it's quite intense. And I do feel like it feels quite intense because there is a sense of having what feels like a fated kind of connection with somebody, as if you've known this person before. And I do feel like that is because of having a connection that I do feel like with the past life relationship card showing up over here, this connection could actually be one where there is a sense of having had what may have been what felt like a past life connection with this person that carried over into this lifetime. There's this recognition, even with the Death card. But I do also feel like with the past life relationship card showing up over here, this could also be somebody that you know, somebody that you have history with, kind of being able to experience a rehashing of a situation from the past. I do get that with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And I do feel like also being able to be able to actually get on the right page with somebody from the past. I do feel like this person feels quite apologetic. It's like there's a sense of regret that they carried with them. And I do feel like with the past life relationship card showing up over here, this does feel like an energy of really being able to have a sense of feeling quite connected to somebody quite early on. So even if this is somebody new, there's a sense of feeling connected. It's almost intense. I do feel like it's because of the nature of this connection, and do feel like this connection is one that is mutually felt. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Cancer, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, Cancer.